Good evening. The organization that I have picked to discuss and kind of explain is called True Light Ministries 127. They originally started as a resource company, or I guess organization, not company, um, for children that were being abused or neglected or were in risk of being abused or neglected. So they would reach out and help them with different resources that families may need, or to help get the kids out of the home if they needed to be. That's how they originated. Over time, the director became a full-blown agency to where they could train foster families to foster kids that were in those situations, as well as placing them for adoption if it ever came to that. So this organization is very close to me. I actually fostered, let's see, a total of 8 kids through them. I adopted 6 of those 8 kids through this agency. They still, even with being adopted, they are still a resource for families that have adopted children. So they still stay in connection and help with resources, support, whatever is needed, even after the kids have been adopted. The organization was founded in 2015 by the director. She herself also has, I believe, 4 adopted children that she's adopted through foster care as well. In 2019, so 4 years after starting the organization, she was able to build up to the point where she was able to actually open what she calls the village. So there's multiple like mobile homes, small homes, things like that on a big property that house foster children, or kids that are going through the investigation process but can't be in their homes, things like that. Every house has at least one adult that is there and awake 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it takes a lot of people to keep that organization running, aside from just office staff and social workers. There's people that are up all night making sure kids are safe there if new placements come in, just many different things. Throughout the year, they offer a lot of different events for families, whether the kids are still in foster care or they've been adopted or they've returned to their home, but are still in connection with the organization. They can still attend events. They have fall festivals. They have Christmas parties. They do different fundraising things throughout the year to help bring funds to the organization. The organization is mostly funded off of donations and some state and federal subsidies. They don't get a lot. So they rely heavily on donations and volunteers and people that just have it in their heart to help provide and support the organization. Like I said, I have 6 kids that I fostered through that organization. They were my licensing agent when I did foster care, that I've adopted. There's other kids that were placed with us, but were either returned home or went to another adopted placement. And the entire organization is just a blessing as a whole, not just to me, but everyone that they help. They are constantly trying to do better for these kids, show them a better way of life, support them, just help them all around, not just when they're in the system, but through their entire lives. They're still kids that come back as adults. Some that are already on their own and have families of their own, they still come back and, visit and keep in touch with the director and the people that work with the organization. Overall, it's just it's an amazing organization. They do so much for everybody involved. My family still stays connected with them. I stay in contact with the director, some of our caseworkers, our, social workers through them, we stay in connection with. Just overall, very, very great organization. They really take foster care and bring it to a whole new level, and they make people excited to want to do it. And a lot of people aren't usually. So overall, it's just an amazing organization. And I hope that they grow bigger, and I hope that they have even more success than what they do now, because there's so many kids in the world that really need it. If anyone's ever interested in something like that, definitely look them up. It's True Light 127. They are based out of Seguin, so pretty local to most of us, closer than some other places. Just amazing. Even if you don't want to foster, there's volunteer opportunities, there's sponsorships, donations, anything to help out the kids. So I hope that was a lot of information for you. And if you ever have questions about it or anything, let me know.